So shrinking violets, Harry and Meghan are back in front of the world stage once again. But as ever with Harry and Meghan, this controversy. But why? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for your time today. Now, if you wonder where I am today, I'm near a wonderful statue which you've just seen at the side of your screen. And what's interesting is this particular statue is all about, well, it's wonderful actually. It's all about the burghers of Calais. Look that story up because it does have a royal connection, particularly fascinating. And as I say, if you get a chance to look at some of these wonderful statues here in London before they're covered up by our loony mayor, then of course do take that opportunity because they're beautiful sculptures, the detail on them. And I often think, because these particular people were from the 13th century, how do they know exactly what they looked like in that period? But apparently they did, and this statue is definitely worth a look. But as ever, back to your royal story of the day. Well, as I say, Harry and Meghan are known as being shrinking violets. They disappeared after Megxit because they wanted a private life, and apparently Prince Harry can't stand the sound of clicking cameras. Oh no, it sets all sorts of emotions off. In fact, he has to do one of those sort of Vogue style Madonna moves with his hands on his chest just to get through it, But he seems to have been putting all that aside because this weekend in New York, Harry and Meghan are returning to the world stage. But as I said in the intro, as ever, there are problems attached to this particular return. Just like Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard, there's a lot of speculation as to why Harry and Meghan have decided to sign up for this particular company, Global Citizen. They're all, charities. Well, you know my thoughts about charities. They are registered companies. And it's interesting to note, isn't it, that, Harry and Meghan get behind these particular things. This is all, I think, about urging people to be vaccinated. But with ever, I always sort of think there's money attached to these things behind it. You can't just say you're going to turn up and speak to the public and pop back in your private jet and say, okay, that's all done now. But as ever, it's interesting because of this particular side to the story. Lots of people are asking, well, the company Global Citizen appear to share the same PR company as Harry and Meghan. So is there something attached? And when I say the word is there money attached? Are the ex-royals now being paid to attend such events? Of course, they don't have to disclose this. That's their, right, as it were. But it does give them a great platform for their own charity, Archwell. And of course, another opportunity to speak to us about certain things that are clearly bothering them in the end cave of that multi-bedroomed mansion out in California. Of course, lots of eyes will be on as to how they travelled there, whether it was eco-friendly, where they stayed, who they met, all of that sort of stuff. But I do kind of think that if these two really wanted to make sure that they re-centered their public persona, their publicity, then they should release a statement basically claiming they are not receiving a fee to attend. If they are receiving a fee, interesting to note, isn't it, that if they are, then people will obviously, for obvious reasons, turn against them. The other side of the coin, though, is simply this. They do have to make money. They have to live. Yes, we know about all their monies from their streaming things and their book deals and stuff like that. But moving forward, that's not going to last forever with the way that they're seemingly spending, particularly with security and, of course, high-profile events that they're, funding themselves, like the 40 times 40. These could be seen as vanity projects. So moving forward, public speaking, which is what they're assigned to another agency, could be a very simple way of making extra money. But will, as ever, the public blast them for doing this? And is it really the right move for an ex-royal? Neil Sean in the heart of London.